everyone, Mimmi from C-Mimmi-O. Welcome to the channel and talking about building a tech event brand and starting from your 10 people group to having 200 attendees and beyond. Event branding in B2B marketing isn't just about designing a logo, choosing colors, creating nice looking landing pages. It's much bigger than that. It's about the feeling people associate with the event, trust you build before they even arrive, the experience they remember after they leave. In B2B tech, in B2B tech, audiences are busy, skeptical, and constantly invited to webinars, conferences, meetups. And that's where your event brand can be a difference between being just another event. It's about becoming the must-attend industry gathering. Visual identity is one part of event branding, but it isn't the core. You need to understand that your event brand is not just what your event looks like. It's about what it means to people. Your brand should create three things. 1, trust, thought leadership, and a sense of professional growth. When people are attending your event, they should feel that it helps them learn something valuable and meet the right people and stay ahead of industry change. It means that your brand has to show up consistently across every touch point. And even before the event, in your marketing and registration experience, during the event, through your venue, content, speakers, networking atmosphere, and after the event, through your follow-up, community, content, and the ongoing engagement. It's not just about informing people I think the best events transform how people think, connect, and act. And that's kind of the power behind event branding. Before scaling, I think you need a strong foundation with a mission, vision, values, messaging, unique value proposition, tone of voice, and visual identity. You need to answer, why does this event exist? Who is it for? What problem does it solve? Why would someone attend this event instead of another one? What should people feel when they interact with the brand? In B2B, especially in B2B, your positioning needs to be very clear. Are you focused on innovation, leadership, technical knowledge, ecosystem building, startup growth, industry transformation? You can't be everything to everyone. The stronger your focus and the more narrow it is, the easier it is to build recognition for your brand. When you have the strategic clarity, you can build visual identity around it. The logo, colors, typography, image styles, templates, social media assets, presentation design, signage, that is to support the bigger brand story. It's not the core of it. It's the identifier of your brand. Don't just build an event. Start with experiences. Think about, how does someone first hear about the event? What does the website make them feel? How easy is the registration? What kind of emails do they receive? What happens when they arrive? How are they welcomed? Does everyone know where to go? Do they meet useful people? When they leave, do they leave with practical insights? Do they feel a part of something? All of these touch points shape your brand. And it's even more important if your event starts small. If you only have 10 or 20 people in the room, you really cannot rely on scale. You need to rely on intimacy, quality, and relevance. Make people feel seen, create meaningful conversations, collect feedback, capture testimonials, and document everything. Your first small event is the proof point for the bigger brand that you are building. So what would be the roadmap like? The goal is to grow from a small workshop to a recognized industry event, and it's about increasing brand equity. You start with the foundation as a focus. It's about building the core brand, create a simple website, launch a LinkedIn presence, produce foundational content, host a small high quality event. The budget can be modest, from a few thousand, something around a few thousand euros. But you need to use it wisely for brand development, basic website, content marketing materials, photography, and never forget the documentation. It's harder to market later if you've not documented the journey. The second year, you should focus on community building. It's about refining the messages based on the feedback you got from the first event. Expanding your website. Create speaker content interviews, maybe a small video series. Introduce more structured networking, keynote speakers, sponsors, VIP experiences. This is the place where your event starts to become more of a community. And then you move towards market recognition. You start to act like thought leadership platform. Your events needs to start to be a thought leadership platform. You start to launch industry reports, have a podcast or webinar series, media partnerships, awards, mentorship initiatives, stronger partnerships with ecosystem partners. You can mature your event format with multiple tracks, better production, live streaming, hybrid options, and then you move to preparing for scale. This is where you need to audit and refine your brand. Develop bigger partnerships, create stronger PR, introduce satellite events, online courses, certification programs, corporate membership models, and then after that, the goal is to become an industry standard. And at this point, your event is not just something people attend. It's something that the industry recognizes and wants to be a part of. It's the sense of belonging, FOMO. This is where you have stronger sponsors, speakers, media attention, and this clear role in shaping industry conversations. The digital ecosystem is critical in B2B tech events. The website is often the first thing people check, and that is where your credibility is weighed. If it's unclear, outdated, generic, people will question the value of the whole event. In the beginning, a simple landing page is enough. But when the event grows, it should evolve into a proper platform with speaker profiles, agenda, blog content, a resource library, community features, networking tools, mobile optimization, e-learning year-round content. Then you also have to have content strategy. You're not just selling tickets, you're building authority. The good content pillars could include something like industry insights, speaker interviews, attendee stories, behind the scenes content, educational resources, event highlights. When thinking about social media, LinkedIn should usually be the primary platform for B2B tech, because that's where thought leadership, speaker promotion, partner visibility, and community conversations happen naturally. YouTube can be supporting some long form content and some event recaps. Instagram can be used for showing the behind the scenes energy, bubbliness. Real-time channels can help really during the event season. The key is just to be consistent with everything. Your audience should be able to keep seeing your event brand even between events. It's not just around the event, but also all year round. Being community building. And traditional marketing still matters to build creatability in B2B, like big industry publications, conference partnerships, sponsor co-marketing, direct mail to target accounts, printed materials, booth at related events, PR, media kits, award submissions. All of this creates trust. You need to combine the digital with the traditional marketing. And with digital, you get reach and consistency, and with traditional, you get credibility and tangible presence. And when working together, they amplify each other. For example, a good, strong PR story can become LinkedIn content. A conference booth can drive email signups. Direct email campaign can lead people to a personalized landing page. A partner webinar can feed registrations for the live event. It's integration. I think something that is interesting and can be a fun part about the event brand building is guerrilla marketing. Especially in the early stages when budgets are smaller, creativity can really help you stand out. For example, year 1 or 2, you might do a small pop-up knowledge sessions in tech hub coffee shops, create a QR code, like campaigns within relevant business districts, run small pitch competitions, coordinate meaningful LinkedIn discussions and conversations around your event theme. That enables your brand to be more established later, and then you can try bigger activations, like AR treasure hunts, provocative billboards, CEO challenge videos. Coordinate launch moments, multi-city activations, but a fair warning. In B2B, credibility matters. So when you create these stunts, they need to be clever but not careless. Create attention but not damage trust. You need to think about the brand safety and have a crisis plan prepared. And always ask, does this stunt support the brand we want to build? The truth is that a brand attention without trust is not a brand asset. It just becomes noise that people don't understand and can't relate to. A strong event brand needs also measurement. I'm not talking about just attendance numbers. Brand awareness, community growth, engagement, attendee satisfaction, business impact. For brand awareness, you need to look out for mentions, social reach, website traffic, email growth, engagement. For event success, track attendee satisfaction, net promoter score, return attendee percentage, revenue per attendee, cost per acquisition. For business impact, look at leads, partnerships, sponsorship, revenue, year-over-year growth, and competitive positioning. Brand building compounds. Year one brand work may not produce huge immediate returns, but it can directly influence year 4 or 3 sponsorship revenue or year 5 industry authority. That's why the consistency matters. You're not just funding an event, you're investing in a market position. Events are really powerful, but they can also be risky. So a product launch can be delayed, campaign can be edited, but these live events, they happen in real time. Things can go wrong, speakers cancel, technology fails, budgets change, economic downturns affect ticket sales, venues create challenges, market needs shift. So you always need a contingency planning. Backup speakers, reliable technology, flexible venue arrangements, virtual or hybrid capabilities, diversified revenue streams, strong partner relationships, clear communication plans. But if you have good plans to deal with your problem, how you handle the problems can then strengthen your brand if you do it well. By being transparent, flexible, audience focused, people will remember that. And because the brand is not in the perfect moments. It's also defined how you behave and perform under pressure. To me, B2B tech event branding is about growing from this small gathering into a trusted industry platform. That this takes energy, it takes strategy, consistency, community focus, strong content, smart partnerships, creative marketing, clear sense of purpose. The successful event brands create belonging and momentum. There will be conversations that continue after the event ends. So you need to start with a strong foundation. Listen to your community. Document everything. Grow systematically. It's a marathon, not a sprint. And then by the end, the goal is not just to have a bigger event, it's to have an event people trust, remember, recommend, and return to. I also wrote a blog post about it. The link is in the description. That's all from me now. Bye.